Red Brook is a fairly short, easy Grade 1 scramble with a long approach on the western edge of Kinder Plateau in the High Peak. On the one hand, the scrambles in the Dark Peak book gives Red Brook its highest star rating for a Grade 1 route on the basis of its quality. On the other hand, I took a friend to try and enthuse him about scrambling, and he found the whole Red Brook experience so tedious that it was his first and last outing. In this video, I'll take you through the approach and the scramble so you can make up your own mind. The traditional starting point is Bowden Bridge car park east of Hayfield. There is a bit of parking along the road, though that rapidly gets full on nice days, or Hayfield bus stop is half an hour down the road. Walk north along Kinder Road and then through this Kinder Reservoir gate. Just in case you can't guess from the locked gate, take the footpath on the left, which rises briefly and then drops back towards the northern edge of Kinder Reservoir. Along the reservoir you get the first sight of Red Brook, or at least what should presumably be called Red Clough, just to the right of Kinder Downfall, tucked in there. Given how long it takes to walk in, try to enjoy the view. This is William Clough, a possible exit route, but the approach does a hairpin turn to keep going round the reservoir. Roughly following the River Kinder away from the reservoir, it's quickest to go to the left side of this wall and copse, then over the footbridge and along the right bank. The main path here crisscrosses the water a couple of times, requiring you to jump across via stones. Simpler is to stay high on the right bank, where you can sometimes find a vague track which will rejoin the main path and go as far as an oak tree. You've a choice here at the oak tree between the river path and a higher entry route. The river path is more obvious. It keeps following the Kinder until it reaches Red Brook, but it's heavily eroded and it's muddy up to your shins in places unless you've had a run of dry weather. You could get into the water and gill scramble. Alternatively, for the higher route, which is one side of a triangle, climb up by this oak tree and then walk east across country well above the river. We have had a run of dry weather recently, but issues of erosion and mud are still there in parts of the river path, as this example shows. If instead you decide to take the higher entry route, then after a while head for that meeting point of fence and wall and hop over the fence. You can then go left a little and follow a track above the Kinder. Alternatively, if you want to try and cut off more of the corner, you can go right here past this triangular Toblerone shaped rock and go along under that bank, but any path is more imaginary than real. If you took the highest of the unmarked entry routes, you'll likely be going along this small ridge behind the trees and close in on the brook around about where those rocks are. For other routes, you'll end up somewhere around here where Red Brook intersects with the Kinder. There is a path marked on the maps, but it's not always easy to follow. It goes on the left through those trees, crosses over once or twice before you get to a point where it makes sense to get involved with the rocks in the brook. Whichever way you came, and I should mention that some of the routes were boggy, you'll end up here by this slabby rock which marks the start point. Get into the brook and make your way around that wall, which is sometimes a small waterfall. From here, the sections are walking over rocks, rock clambering, then first proper Grade 1 moves, short run of pitches, and the exit onto the plateau. In the first section above the wall, you can walk on the rocks or you can walk around the rocks. In this next section, you're graduating up to clambering or even scrambling, that halfway house between scrambling and clambering, meaning you're using your hands to steady yourself, but not much more than that. The clough faces west. In dry weather, most of the gritstone is grippy, but the best lines often stay close to the water, so you may still meet green, greasy rock. And talking of weather, the clough's orientation means that prevailing winds sometimes blow straight up it, accelerating as they funnel into the top section. The route moves back to boulder hopping for quite a way. There are no pitches as such, and there's no options for upgrading as the sides are just heather and bilberry covered. Here's your view back to Mermaid's Pool, northwest edge of Kinder and sunny Manchester. I have been using my hands a bit to this point, but I feel this is where the scrambling really starts because the rocks are such that you need to work out how to get over or around them. We're at the bottom end of grade 1 and the top is already in sight, and if you wanted to have a sense of how much of a challenge there is in this clough, the presence of sheep certainly tells you something. About 6 meters high, this is the first thing that approximates to a pitch, the first of 5 in total. You can follow what is sometimes the waterline on the left, step and smear in the centre, or sub-scramble on the right. Second pitch is 4 meters high. Step up on the left for standard grade 1, while the right hand side is more interesting. Next, a solid, sustained, multi-part pitch as the clough narrows. Easier to go up on the left, particularly because in most seasons there's water coming down on the right hand side, making you have to concentrate more. Overall, for the scrambling beginner, the profile means they'll be incrementally increasing their level of challenge as they progress up the clough. Penultimate 4 meter pitch. Follow the waterline or the right hand side for grade 1 plus difficulty. Go around to the left to make things easier. The final pitch is 5 meters high and has 2 or 3 possible lines, all in easy grade 1 territory. And that's it. You're at the plateau. For exit, 4 main options. Quickest one, to head southwest beneath the Pennine Way via Clother Rocks or the Three Knolls and then bend west to Kinder Road. The easiest 2 to follow are taking the Pennine Way either north to descend via William Clough or south to descend via Oaken Clough. Or if you'd like to practice down climbing, then go back down Red Brook and retrace your approach. The final section is a perfectly decent grade 1 scramble, but it's about an hour's drive here and the same again back if you're coming from Manchester or Sheffield, considerably more if you're using public transport. And if you add up the approach and the return route, they're about 3 hours combined. So that means 5 hours of travel for 30 to 40 minutes in the brook, of which maybe 10, 15 are actual hands-on scrambling. So if you want to come for a day out to Kinder with a smidge of easy scrambling, that's absolutely fine. But I cannot see the point of coming all the way here just for Red Brook. So while I might rate the scramble 7 out of 10, the overall experience is 4 out of 10 at most. For comparison, after a half-hour approach, you can be in Charnel Clough. For Wild Boar Clough, it's only 15 minutes before you're scrambling. I've done video guides for both of those, by the way. So I may be missing something important, but to repeat, why come all this way just for Red Brook? The appeal of that eludes me. If nonetheless you'd like to come here, there's a map and further details in the text description underneath the video.